friends and felines, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're venturing on my channel for the first time today. I'm trying a few different things with like camera orientation as well as like a new backdrop. I might change a few times, I'm not really sure. Like I want to keep it a little bit more simple, but I feel like more things just keep like adding up on top of my makeup drawers. But I figured like just all the ivy in the background was just like a little too much, so I just kept it on the outer portions, and then I rearranged some of my artwork to put in the back. So, and I cleaned everything. Like I should have done a video, but like I cleaned my makeup room, but I need to repot a few plants, so it's probably gonna get dirty again in like a little bit when I'm done with this video, but whatever. So yeah, I might just change up different viewpoints and everything, and I still need to play around with my microphone a little bit more because I think it's like a little too loud picking up my voice. So if there's like weird discrepancies between videos or different like takes, just bear with me. All right, enough rambling on. Today's video is just going to be playing around with a bunch of new makeup and giving you guys my first impressions on all of this makeup. I've got pretty much like a new item for almost every single step of my routine. So I'm just gonna play around, give you guys my thoughts, and hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. So let's get started. All right, hopefully now it's like picking up my face. It wasn't focusing earlier and I turned down the sensitivity on the microphone. So again, if there's discrepancies, just deal with it. The other thing I was gonna say is that when I zoom you guys in so you guys can actually see like the makeup that's going on, you can't really see like the backdrop anymore. And I feel so weird because I put my artwork like really low down on the wall, and then like, you know, it should be like at eye level, but it's just so it could be like in the background. Because otherwise I would zoom in, you wouldn't see like any of it at all. But whatever. You better not be making a big fuss. I let you in here, so you better behave. Just lay down and go to sleep. All right, so first up, I have a new primer to try. This is the Flawless Beauty Primer from PIXI. I got this in, I think, an Ipsy box, I'm not sure. But like, I know PIXI is like not anything like spectacular because like you could just get it in like Target. I mean, not that it's not spectacular, but like I feel like I haven't tried a lot of their makeup. The only thing I have is like their Glow Setting Refresh Mist, which I love using in the summer because it gives me such a dewy glow. But I haven't tried any of their other makeup, unfortunately. So this is the Hydrating Glow Primer. It is a Hydrating Radiance Primer. Adds a radiant looking glow for all skin types. Which I don't really believe that, because if you're like oily, I feel like you're not gonna want to use this. Dude, there's a fire up there. Please. Oh my gosh. Please don't knock anything down, Pumbaa, or I'm gonna have to kick you out. Dude, there's just too much fragile things up there. So funny story is Artemis, my other cat, actually like, cause there's a gap between my makeup drawers and the wall, and she ended up like falling down between there. So I had to like move all my stuff to get her out, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you so dumb? Like, it bothers me that there's like a gap there because I needed to pull it out, otherwise the room got like way too cold for my plants, and the heat run is inconveniently in the one spot that I needed it like covered up. So I had to like pull the drawers out so that the heat run wasn't like covered up. And I put way too much of this primer on my face. I put like enough like I was gonna put like foundation on. Like, what am I doing? Pumbaa, you're distracting me. That's what's going on. All right, now that that primer's on, like, I don't know how much it's actually gonna do for like my pores or making my makeup look better throughout the day, but it definitely feels like a little bit tacky and like a little bit hydrating. I wouldn't say it's the most like hydrating primer I've ever used, but it's definitely giving me a glow. So I don't have a new foundation or a concealer to try, so I'm just gonna like go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. I'm back and the base is done. Now first impressions, like looking real up close with the primer. I mean, not too bad. There's a couple of spots, like I said, I always have problematic areas like on my temples with like makeup like rubbing away, and I can see that's like kind of like flaking off a little bit, but my skin's also been weird. It's been like weirdly oily and dry at the same time, and I've been like shedding like a snake. So I don't know if I'm like shedding my winter like coat and I'm ready to emerge and be a glowy goddess this summer. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, no complaints, no real like oohs and ahs yet about the primer. Now, before I go ahead and set my makeup, I do have a couple of like cream products that I want to try. And yes, I'm actually remembering some like cream products before I powder my face. So I got these products through Influencer, which is like a free thing. You fill out surveys and reviews, and then you get sent free products to review. So I got a couple of Iredale? I don't know who this person is. I don't even know if it's a celebrity. If it is, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. Oh, but these are the new Glow Time sticks. We have a blush stick and a highlighter stick. So the blush stick is in Ethereal and the highlighter stick is in Solstice. Here are what the components look like. Nice, basic, simple white with the brand name right there. Now I will mention I did open these up just to look at them and the highlighter came broken. I'm not really gonna demonstrate, but this whole like stick just like fell out. So that's why there's like a huge nail mark in it from my own nails. So I just have to be like really careful when I'm using this so like the whole thing doesn't like fall out. I'm really like worried about sticks. Like I'm always a little iffy because I feel like they never like look well on the skin and like they just like peel away at the makeup. So here we have the blush in Ethereal, which is kind of like a terracotta orangey brown blush, which I normally don't go for. And then we've got this pretty blinding highlighter stick in Solstice, which is like a little like golden highlight. So I'm gonna put this on like under my makeup and then I'm gonna powder over it to kind of see like how it pulls through the powder, or if it's like too crazy chaotic and like pigmented, then we can hopefully fix it. So I think I'm just gonna like put a little bit onto my cheeks and then kind of like buff it out with my sponge and kind of go from there. I'm just like not sure about this blush shade because I like never use like colors like this. I just want to go in like really, really lightly and then like make sure I don't have like a lot of pigment going on. I also like don't really know the best ways to like actually apply products like this. Like cream, I don't know. It's kind of like cream, but it's like in a stick form, so it's like a little bit different. I don't know. I feel like this isn't gonna like hold up over time. So like, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Let me, oops, wrong way. Turn down the brightness as much as I can. It's kind of like already taken away some of my foundation. Like not too bad, but it's definitely like pulling some of it up. I don't know if powder is gonna like be able to fix that, but this whole section right here is just like gone. So yeah, I figured. Like I feel like these are products you might just have to like put on underneath like a BB cream, like a really light BB cream, because like this is just gonna take away all of your makeup. Maybe if I like try to apply it with a finger, it will go a little bit better. But I mean, that's easier to do with like highlight. Like it's hard to like, you know, pat away with your finger for like a blush, but maybe the highlight will like go over a little bit better. And the highlighter is like way more softer than the blush was. It's almost kind of like melty. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. All right, well, even that kind of took away my makeup and I feel like it didn't do much as far as like highlighting, just like a little bit of an additional glow. But my skin was kind of already glowy from like the primer anyways. So yeah, I'm probably not going to review those very highly on Influencer when I'm done with this video. Okay, so now to set the face and hopefully save what is going on my cheeks right now, I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Silk Powder to set the face. This is like brand new, just launched, and I got it in the Trend Mood box. And I'm really excited to try this out and I hope it doesn't completely flop. All right, I'm first going to take just a small little brush. I'm going to set the under eye. For this being translucent, it looks like it has like a little bit of color to it, but hopefully like it won't actually add any pigment to the face. I feel like that definitely has pigment to it. Like I'm calling BS on the whole translucent because that definitely just made my under eye look way darker. Nice. I'm just gonna take a giant fluffy brush and set the rest of the face. Maybe this will just be like a face setting powder and not like an under eye setting powder because that definitely darkened up my under eyes, which is not okay. Like I will say this is a very, very fine powder. It's like really soft, really like finely milled, but as far as like actually performing well, I'm not impressed. And that just made this whole section of my face look way worse. Yeah, this has turned out to be a flop of a makeup video. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys can see right there, but this whole section where I applied that blush and that highlighter stick is completely cakey. My foundation's disappearing. You can see my skin through here. Not as bad on this side, but this side is like completely gone. So it's a good thing I'm not going anywhere else for the rest of the day, and I'm just probably gonna take this makeup off as soon as I'm done filming. So I also got from Influencer for free the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Off to Costa Rica face palette. I'm not sure if this is like the lightest version or if this is like the in-between. I don't know how many different like shade varieties there were. But here's the packaging. It's so cute, so very ABH. And that's what it looks like. I feel like this definitely isn't for like the fair to light. I feel like this might be like light to medium. So we shall see how this works. And again, I'm going to be putting powder over this mess that's already happening. So I feel like I'm definitely going to have to give these a try later on. I did watch Manny MUA and he reviewed this and he said he wasn't really impressed and that like they came out like super pigmented, so I have to go in like very lightly. So I want to try this like giant brush from Morphe. I don't even know what it's used for. I feel like I've seen people use this for like bronzing and contouring. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna try it. And I just dipped in like very lightly because I don't want this to come out too pigmented. Let me go ahead and swatch them. Ooh, the bronzer feels like really soft. It's definitely like dark and like pigmented. The highlighter feels like chunky but soft at the same time. And the blush definitely feels like it's harder packed. So there's the bronzer, the highlighter, and the blush right there. They all felt like completely different formulas, which is interesting. So it's going to see how like each of these perform on the face. Like it definitely comes out pigmented, like very strongly. So I mean, maybe using like this fluffy brush is gonna help like not deposit so much product at once. Oh, I think I like using this brush for like the cheek contour. I'm not sure about the forehead because I feel like it's just too much of a line. But like at least with this, like you can get like the contour exactly where you want it. This is definitely like a very warm bronzer. It's a little dark for me. I feel like it would be good for like the summer when I'm tan. But that's about it. I definitely think it's going to be way too dark for me and like my palest skin. All right, now I'm going to go in with that blush. Ooh, coming out already on the brush. I'm going to put this over the absence of makeup on my cheeks and see what happens because it's just a mess. And we just went from 0 to 100 real quick. Like it just stuck to that spot and just stayed. Didn't go anywhere. And plus the two different blush shades that I'm using are like completely different. But I feel like this blush actually would have a little bit of potential. There is the slightest amount of like gold reflect in here, but I definitely don't think it's like as bad as like the ColourPop like glittery reflective type blushes. But yeah, it's kind of hard to like give this blush its full fantasy when the makeup underneath it is just disappeared. And then to finish off this horribleness right there, we're gonna go in with the highlighter, which definitely seems too dark for me. It's like very golden. That is pretty, but it's definitely too dark for me. Like if I was just like a medium skinned or like had a super rad tan right now, like that would be very pretty like on tan skin. All right, I'm gonna spray my face. And I don't really have any new setting spray, so I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I've only used this once, so. It smells refreshing and it definitely is a very microfine mist, so I like that. And for brows, I got the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. This is in 3.5, which I think is like neutral brown. I've never tried this, so we're gonna give this a test today. So what I do like right off the bat is that it has a very micro fine tip right there. So hopefully it'll make very nice like hair-like strokes, which I normally like don't do. Like I'm not like, ooh, hairs, adding hairs. But we'll see. Instantly I can tell like this is like the perfect shade and it's gliding on very nicely. I hate when I have a pencil and like instead of like just like depositing pigment, it like peels away my foundation. Like I've had that happen before and it's not fun. I also desperately need my brows done again. And I was thinking about going to like the hairdresser just to have my brows waxed before my engagement photos, but that's probably not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna have to like try to clean them up the best I can on my own. Wow. Okay, so compared to that side to this, I love this. This is definitely my new favorite brow pencil. Definitely outbeats the ABH brow pencil. Just saying. All right, I'm just gonna go over with the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel. This isn't new. I've had this for a little bit and I really do like it. It definitely gets a little bit more clumpier. I actually like the NYX Brow Gel. I like that one, but it's got like a bigger wand. This one's got like a tiny, like, little itty bitty wand. All right, that is one brow all finished. I'm gonna do the other one off camera and be right back. I'm back and both brows are done and the lids are primed with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer for the eyes. And yeah, I really did like that brow pencil. You definitely have to be a little bit careful though, because like pigment just like comes off so easily. So like if you're just like going at it really quick, it can get a little messy and a little bit too pigmented. But other than that, I loved it. Alright, so now for our eyeshadow, I'm going in with first impressions of Dominique Cosmetics, like of the whole brand in general. I haven't used anything from this brand. And this is like the, I don't even know what the name of this is, like the girl palette. If you saw my like last video where I talked about this in my Trend Mood box, the glitter shade broke, so I'm not gonna like be able to show you guys all that well. I can't really tip it that much because there's glitter everywhere. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a very glittery look. No matter which shade I use, there's gonna be glitter in the inside. I try to pack it in there as much as I could, but again, there's just glitter everywhere. All right, so the first shade I'm gonna go in is with this like nudie pink, which is called Self-Made. See if I can get any of this glitter like out of that shade. Definitely some kick up in the pan. And we're just gonna put this up here into the crease and up towards the brow bone. So I'm gonna keep this look like pretty simple. There's only 6 shades in here and we're gonna use 4 of them. So next one I'm gonna go into is Powerful. And this is a nice like deeper berry color. So this is gonna go on the outer portion of the eye. So far like these shadows are like, you know, pigmented, they're going on, but also like blending like super nicely. Definitely like soft and pigmented. Okay, then I'm actually gonna take this really pretty, really like light pink shade. And I'm gonna put that on the inner portion of the lid. I'm gonna kind of serve that as a base to put the glitter on over top, because I don't know like how well this glitter is gonna work like on the eye. I don't use a lot of like glitters like this often, and like the one that I really like is from Tatcha Beauty. Like that is one of the best like glitter formulas ever. I've heard people say like Allie Dawson and like Paige, I think, like with Love Cosmetics. Never tried them, but I think they like sell them as like individual pans that you can get from them. But I just have never tried them. Like for this being as light of a pink, like it is coming onto the eye so smoothly. Like that just worked very well. Now before I go on the glitter, I'm gonna do the lower lash line just with like the same colors I used up top. Then with a little small brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Empire, which is like this little like glittery shade. I'm gonna see what it looks like with a brush first, and we might need to like go in with like a finger or like a damp. Nope. That came out like right away. It's a very pretty like iridescent white pinkish purple shade. Ooh, that is pretty. Now we're gonna go in with the glitter and get it all over the place. It's just like all loose in the pan. Like it's not even like pressed together at all. But we'll see how it just applies with like just a finger, because I don't like worrying about like glitter glue. Like it's just not worth it. It's not worth the time. So it's obviously like sticking to my finger, but it's also like, come on, applying to the eye like pretty nicely. Does anyone else like miss Tati? Like I loved her videos. I loved her giant hauls that she did with James, and like I really like thoroughly enjoyed them. Or like when Scott Barnes came on her channel, I love that. So I can tell this definitely is like not a glitter you want to put on. Like you want to have some sort of like pigment underneath, because it definitely like doesn't like completely coat the area. It's kind of like sparse, but I think that's like super cute. And I was really careful, not too much fallout, just a couple of little like glitter flecks down below, but not too bad. But yeah, that is pretty much like the makeup look. I'm gonna do the eyeshadow on the other side and then come back to review some new mascara. Okay, I'm back and both eyes are done with eyeshadow, and I applied some eyeliner because I don't have any new eyeliner to try out. And I feel like I'm living my Barbie fantasy right now. This is definitely way better than the Pure X Barbie palette that I tried way back when. And then Pure released like a second edition, and now ColourPop's releasing a Barbie thing. But I mean, there's just too much Barbie. But this is definitely like the Barbie fantasy. The glitter is definitely not my favorite. I think if you want it very precise and you don't want fallout, I would apply a glitter glue. But it's not bad. I would also just be careful because it is like very chunky glitter. It could probably damage your eyes if you get it into your eyes. Just as like a warning, like it probably has a recommendation not to be used around the eye area, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and move on to mascara. We've got 2 to try out. We've got the Victoria Beckham Future Lash, as well as I finally picked up the Maybelline Sky High, and I got it in the waterproof version because I realized I don't really have a lot of waterproof mascara, and I was thinking ahead to like engagement photos or weddings and stuff like that. I think the only one I have is the L'Oreal Carbon Black, which I really like. I haven't used it in a while, so it's probably chunky and needs to be thrown away. So here we've got the wand for the Victoria Beckham one. It is a bristle wand with a slight curve in it. And then the Maybelline Sky High has a different wand compared to the regular one. The waterproof one is a plastic wand that's nice and skinny and flat. I believe the regular Sky High one has like a curve to it for like a full fan effect. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and then we're gonna use one on each eye. All right, so on this eye, we're gonna go ahead and use the Victoria Beckham Future Last Mascara. Right off the bat, I can tell like it's not really applying the mascara very nicely. It's kind of like skipping and dragging on my lashes, but we'll see if we can like coat it up a little bit. All right, with some time and patience, we finally got a coat on there. I really don't know if you guys can see it because my lashes instantly fall flat. I like to use it on the lower lashes. The upper lashes, like, not so much. For this being $28, I definitely want to go out of my way to buy this. If I'm going to use one of my more expensive mascaras, I would use the Nabla one, the Vicious Mascara, because I love that mascara. The formula is great and the packaging is just beautiful. But yeah, this just like skips and like drags, kind of like leaves it clumpy on my lashes. Yeah, not really a fan. So now for this eye, I'm going to go with the Maybelline Sky High. This is the waterproof version, which I feel like technically wasn't the one that was trending on TikTok. It was just the regular one, but I, again, bought the waterproof one because I don't have one. See, this just like applies so much easier than the Victoria Beckham one did. It's not dragging and pulling on my lashes. It's just like applying like nicely. All right, here is the Maybelline mascara on this eye. I don't like it as much on the bottom. I do like the Victoria Beckham on the bottom over here more than I like the Maybelline Sky High. But that's what the top lashes look like, if you can actually see them. Definitely made them way longer on this side than this side, and it didn't like clump up as fast. I don't think it's anything like revolutionary. Again, I don't know how like the regular formula is over this. Maybe eventually I'll like pick that one up. But again, at least I have another waterproof mascara in my collection. So for lashes, I was originally going to go in with like a natural wispy lash from Iredale that I haven't tried yet. But I think I'm going to go with a bit more of a dramatic lash since I've got a lot of pink and glitter going on. So I'm going to go in with the DStar Lashes Deborah style from their bridal collection. I haven't used these ones yet, and these ones are kind of like dramatic. So we're going to try these ones out. Again, I do have a coupon code with DStar Lashes. You guys can use code Brittany at checkout to save 20%. All right, lashes are on, and ooh, I love these. I think I actually trimmed them to the proper length and put them on decently well. I was trying to put the first one on and Pumbaa jumped up on like light on my lap as I was trying to do that, and I almost stabbed myself in the eye, but I didn't. Okay, so before we go into lips, I feel like this is going to be a very long video and I apologize. I have a couple of Ofra highlighters that I picked up a while ago, and I have never actually tried like the Ofra highlighter formula. I've had one like mini highlighter palette, but the formula was like different and it just kind of like sucks. So I've already like highlighted my cheeks, so I'm just gonna use this like as a brow bone highlight and like kind of like other places. Oh, that was pigmented. Oh. This is the Glazed Donut shade with the NikkieTutorials collab with Ofra, which I know is like a bajillion years old and out of date by now, but I've never tried it and I've heard a lot of good things. And I can see why, because that is just like pigmented and just blinding highlight. Plus I wanted like a little bit of like a lighter highlight instead of like a gold highlight that was already going on, so. Alright, so now we're finally going into lips, and I'm trying another Dominique Cosmetics product. This is a lip liner in the shade Crush, which is just a basic nude. It has a very interesting tip though. It's kind of like triangular. I don't know if you guys can like see that. It's kind of like the Winky Lux Universal Brow Pencil, kind of like that shape. So it's gonna be interesting to see like how I'm supposed to line my lips with this. All right, lip liner's on. I don't think I messed it up anywhere yet, but we still have much more to go. For lipstick, I've got 3 of the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, which originally I was gonna pick up, and then I ended up picking them up. I only got 3, and I kind of want to get like varying shades because I feel like a lot of them were like pretty similar. So I got the shades Outspoken, Get Real, and Be Brave. So according to the packaging, like those all look like a little bit different. I feel like this shade is more pinkish, more like a terracotta brownish nudish, and then kind of like a purple nude. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them because I honestly don't know like which shade I want to wear today. So obviously they haven't dried down yet, but this is that Be Brave shade, Get Real, and Outspoken. So I was kind of right, like this is kind of like a more terracotta, peachy, true nude. This one is obviously a lot more pinky, and this one's kind of more like mauve-y purple. So I'm gonna go with Outspoken because it's the more pinky shade going on, and we've got very pink look going on. So even though it's not like the same pink, they're all like nudes, but you know. I wonder if this is the same formula as her like red lipsticks, because the red ones are like very smooth. They felt comfortable on the lips, but they definitely did transfer a bit. So I'm not sure if these are the same formula or not. All right, it's kind of mostly dry, and I think it's just kind of like drying down to like a soft matte. So again, like I said, very comfortable on the lips, not sticky, but also not like super matte, so it's probably gonna transfer. And then we're gonna top it off with a gloss. I have 3 different to choose from. I've got the Ofra lip gloss in Golden Rose, and then I've got 2 of the lifter glosses from Maybelline, which I finally found, like they've been restocked, and the whole TikTok trend boom has disappeared. So we've got 2 shades. We've got Amber and we've got Reef. Amber is definitely kind of more of a neutral shade, so that probably would have been good with like Get Real. And then Reef is a little bit more pinky, and the Golden Rose is like pinky with like reflect in it. So I will swatch all of them and figure out which one I want. So here are the glosses, and I think I lined them up to like which one I would put on top of each liquid lip. So this is the Ofra Golden Rose. That is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Amber, and then this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Reef. So I'm probably gonna go in with Reef over top of this. Look at how well that worked out. So cute. Wow. That feels amazing on the lips. It's a very thick gloss, but it doesn't feel sticky at all, and I definitely feel like you could wear that gloss by itself or just put like a lip liner and a lip gloss over it. It has so much pigment and like just has a really nice consistency. So I feel like over a lipstick, it's kind of like a little much, to be honest. It has a little bit of a taste to it too. Kind of like a sweet taste, and it smells amazing. All right, that is this whole look put together of all first impressions from new makeup. Really quickly, I'm gonna go over my final thoughts. Let's see, the PIXI primer, it's okay, definitely gives you a glow. I don't think it does much in like the sense of priming, blurring, or like having your makeup stick better. These Jane Iredale sticks, horrible, trash, literally never gonna use them again. The Tatcha Silk Powder would be like a good overall face setting powder, but I would definitely not use it underneath the eyes. Either oxidized or didn't work well with my foundation and or concealer, and it made my under eyes very, very dark. The ABH face palettes, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to buy them. I do like that I got it for free through Influencer. This one is definitely like a deeper skin tone for me. I would definitely only be able to use it in the summer, but from what I could tell, everything was okay. Just like that highlighter is going to be a little bit too deep for me. It's very golden, so it's only going to really work if I have a nice tan going on. The Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, amazing. Definitely really like that. The Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palette I really liked. It sucks that the glitter shade was broken, and so it's very messy. But I mean, all the shades went on amazingly, and it definitely gave me a lot better of a Barbie pink moment than like the Pure X Barbie collab. So I definitely liked that. As well as their lip liner went on super creamy. I'm not too much of a fan of like the tip of the lip liner. I don't like that shape. It kind of made it like confusing to how to like line my lips, but it definitely was super creamy. Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks, I definitely like them. They're not going to be like super mattifying, so they're definitely going to transfer, but they are very comfortable. The lifter glosses from Maybelline are definitely an intense lip gloss. You could definitely use it by itself with a lip liner, and I wouldn't really recommend using it over a lipstick, to be honest. And the Ofra highlighters, again, they're just amazing. Like, I'm surprised it took this long for me to actually get like individual Ofra highlighters, but it is what it is. Oh, and the mascaras. I definitely like the Maybelline Sky High mascara more than the Victoria Beckham one, but the Victoria Beckham one worked well for the lower lash line, but I definitely want to pay like $20 for the Victoria Beckham one. It's just a little bit too much for me. And the lashes I definitely love from DStar, and again, use my code if you want to save some money. And with that being said, that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. I love you guys, and subscribe to my channel. I welcome you to the feline family. Bye!